What is up, Full Fire Gamers? It's Cameraman Dave here, bringing you some gameplay on Arena, something a bit different for you all. Hoping you guys like it. Let me know if there's any, if you don't, I guess. But anyway, yeah, playing a bit of Arena today. Was thinking about playing a bit of Standard, but obviously we are just approaching Edge of Eternities, which the Full Fire pre-release is still available if you wish to join. So Standard's a little bit in that lull state now, where it's about to rotate, new set coming in, no one's really working on anything super duper new. So I thought I'd go to a little format called Pioneer. Now, something that we don't really talk about too much is Pioneer, because it's a little bit unsupported at the moment. But it's still an interesting format, there's still some fun stuff you can do in there. Which I'm going to be doing today. So let's start with the deck, which is Izzet Lotus Field. This deck sort of came about when Artist Talent was printed, and yeah, it's been a deck I've enjoyed quite a little bit, quite a lot even, sorry, since. So let's just start with the deck. So for Consider, 4 into the Floodmoor, 4 Sleight of Hand, so you've got your 2 lots of cantrips there, and then just your generic catch-all answer and Into the Floodmoor. Into the Floodmoor is a crazy card. It is just Chain of Vapor. I don't think as many people realise that. Expedition Map, this finds lands like Lotus Field or Thespian Stage. Then you've got Hidden Strings, which is part of the combo, so part of your combo cards are Hidden Strings and Pore Over the Pages. Both of those will untap lands and give plus mana with a Lotus Field, and if it's cost reduced by Artist Talent, then it's even more mana. And then we have the titular card, Artist Talent. So this lets you churn through your deck, find cards that you need, and is also a cost reducer, which is fantastic. And then we have Vizier of the Tumbling Sands, another mana positive untapper for Lotus Field. And then sort of final combo pieces are Wish and Leer. Leer lets you basically flash back everything. Wish lets you go digging in the sideboard for exactly what you need. Then just some generic look for cards. Dig Through Time, obviously brilliant card, insanely powerful card. And stock up onto the land base, because we do have a win con in the land base. So 1 island, 1 Otawara. Otawara is just your catch-all, bounce everything. Then the win con, a little upgrade, I guess, from Final Fantasy was Limburn Industrial Regency. It basically makes a little black wizard guy who does a little pinging when you cast spells, which is obviously great. Obviously, that works with Artist Talent as well. The last mode of that is actually really relevant, turning the pings into free damage. And then just generic Izzet land, so 4 Pathway, 4 Canal, 2 Steam Vents, 2 Thundering Falls. Most versions don't run Thundering Falls, but I am missing 1 Thespian Stage and 1 Otawara from like a stock list. I think some number of Thundering Falls isn't bad anyway. And then 4 Lotus Field, obviously you know, important card in the deck, and then 3 Thespian Stage. Thespian Stage is often used to copy Lotus Field, although you can use it to copy other spicy stuff, especially if your opponent's got a spicy land, but not too common in Pioneer. Moving on to the sideboard, we have 2 Spell Pierce for the non-creature spell matchups, 2 Chandra's Defeat because red is everywhere, 1 Negate again for non-creature matchups. Don't know why this is like that. Can I move this around? Alright, that's just going to annoy me for the rest of my days. There we go. 2 9 lives, just in case you need a little bit more extra time, is there. Lightning Strike. 2 Lightning Strike is, again, it's part of a combo with Artist Talent and Leer. If you play Leer, Wish with Artist Talent at its level 3, you can get Lightning Strike, Flashback Wish, get Lightning Strike, play both Lightning Strikes, flash them both back. That's exactly 20 damage. So that's just there if you need that. Or sometimes if you just need removal, it's there as well. 3 stock ups, again, sometimes you do need to wish to find more stuff. So stock ups there to do that. 1 Anger of the Gods, just in case we need a sweeper. Another Leer in the sideboard in case we need to find it off wish. Let me do that, there we are. And then 1 Vivi on a tier or a tier. There's a bunch of Final Fantasy nerds out there who are raging at me now, probably for how I pronounce that. But again, this is another win con. So you have got a few different win cons across, Limblum, Vivi, Lightning Strike. Like, it's not just like, oh, I find my one fastest Oracle and that's it. This deck doesn't even play fastest Oracle, which is surprising. I maybe might want to cut a stock. Maybe in the future, I might cut like one stock up just to play one fastest Oracle, because you never know. In fact, am I going to do that now? I think I am going to do that now. God, what the hell is going on here? That's small. So I'm going to cut one stock up. We'll do it live. There we are. One stock up for one fastest Oracle, just in case. Like, it's just you don't necessarily need it, but it is just a lot simpler. So there we are. Right, let us jump into some games. I'm going to be doing the best of 3 ladder, because I like to play actual Magic, not best of 1 nonsense. So I will see you there. Okay, so getting down into the game here, and okay, what a surprise! Unkeepable hand. This hand's okay. That's just a little loud. Let me just turn that down for myself here. This hand's okay. Sleight of hand, hidden strings. I got some mana positive parts here. I got an expedition map, which is probably going to be. I think I have to keep this hand. Probably put back a wish. Would be I'd probably put the wish back, keep this, and just hope it's not something like control or black based. And maybe aggro. Okay, so that's the 3rd hidden string, so it's not great. So I'm going to play the Thundering Falls here, really looking for a land. Yep, keep that on top, beautiful. Now we're set up to sort of do some stuff here. Sleight of hand is going to be, okay, Glory Seal Cutter, there's no zeros, so it's fine. Do I want to take some damage here? Not really. So I'm just going to play this tapped, and I'm going to play the expedition map. I could potentially have slighted that to still that are extremely loud. I could have potentially sleight handed that turn, but okay, no, there is zeros. There is zeros. I take it back. I could have potentially sleight handed that turn, but I don't know. Not really for me, that one. I don't know what I'm looking for yet, because it depends on what I draw. So just going to float to blue here, play Lotus Field, sack these 2 lands, use that, 2 blue, to search for my Thespian stage. And sort of just doing a lot of praying here that I don't get randomly wrecked by something. Looks like a Jeskai hammer of some sort, or just like sort of Jeskai cutter. Saram. Yeah, a bit of a weird, just a very weird deck. Potentially can go off this turn. Not confident on that, because this would have to be something pretty crazy. So what am I facing down? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13. Yeah, well, like 2 non-creature spells kills me. Yeah. So I think I do need to push the button on this a little bit. So let's float blue here, float a colourless here. Use that. I didn't need to go quick because I'm wasting time. Untap these, and then use this to copy this. So then I'll slide a hand first. Get a to consider. Untap these, make a bunch of mana. I could float red, float blue, untap these, and do a lot of praying really. Because I could expedition map, search for Limblum, cast Limblum, but that's not a terrible place to be. But then I'm only really getting one spell. I think it's just consider and see what we get. Well, I can't throw away consider really. Yeah, stock up's not bad. So if I cast this, I will still have. So 4 mana. So if I cast 3, okay, so I can't cast this. So I do need to use this first. Let's get some red mana off of this, just in case I need it. Yes, untap, untap. And then stock up here. Get dig through time and a Valakut Awakening. This is not looking good. But we're gonna. Maybe I shouldn't have made that red. That might come back to bite me, but we're gonna find out. Make sure I'm getting rid of non-hidden strings. I'd rather keep that. Well, now that is a bunch of stuff. I do need to take Vizier to keep going, and then Pore Over the Pages, I think, to keep going. So, cycle Vizier, untap here. I think I'm one short. So, I could just set up for next turn and pray like so no, I think this is actually lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Like so that put me with 2 mana left over, so can't do anything with that. I think I'm just going to play Artist Talent here. I don't think there's a world where I can do much of anything, so I'm just going to play this, discard the Spire Bluff Canal, and pray. Pray I can't die. And that kills me. Cool. Unfortunate there, had to sort of be forced to go off. I would have liked maybe one more turn to set up, which is maybe where this, if so still damage, yeah, there's too many things coming across for that to be. So I prefer this when I'm here. Alright, okay. So what are we bringing in? To be honest, it's not a lot I really want to bring it. Like mostly white creatures, so like Shanz's Feet's bad. Spell Pierce is maybe okay to stop a Kora Cutter early. I've got Into the Flood more. I feel like honestly, I feel like my deck has fair coverage for what they're doing. So yeah, I think just run it back. Keep the Anger of the Gods in the sideboard. Maybe not actually, because wishing for Anger of the Gods is not great. Because yeah, that's a lot of mana to do that. So what would I want to cut? I mean, I need the stock up. What would I cut? Take your time. Maybe just cut the stock up to the board. But the stock up's so good though. You know. I'll cut a stock up to the board and I will put one Anger of the Gods in. Nine lives is much better against something like mono red, where there's just like 1 or 2 creatures. Maybe it gives you like maybe 2 or 3 turns. I will play first. Very similar opening hand, except this time I'm seeing pause and hidden a lot more actions. So let's keep this. So Thundering Falls is going to need to find the what's it called? Second land here. Really don't want to be putting hidden strings away there, but I do need to find a second land. I do have a sleight of hand in order to achieve that, but let's see how we get on. Okay, so no second land. Let's sleight of hand here. Okay. I will just take it into the flumble. There's no point in me taking a second Lotus Field, and I'm just going to pass here. Really tough not to see a second land there. But it is what it is. So Sagada's Aid, so yeah, this is like a hammer version. Okay, let's just play this so I don't have to discard to hand size. The hope here is I'm going to see what I need, but not looking really promising at the moment. And hammer. I do have a lot of interaction, so there we go. So now I can hold up into the Floodmoor. To bounce something if like a hammer goes onto it. I'm okay seeing Vivi here. Mox Amber, yeah, take damage off Vivi, yep. Another Spur Boots, yeah. It's gonna yeah, okay. Make mana with Vivi, cast some more stuff. Take 4 here. Let's activate this. Go get Thespian. I'm gonna get Thespian stage first, because like I'd tap out and I'd probably die here. So I'd rather get this, hold up into the Floodmoor, and sort of set up for the following turn. I do have to discard a hand size here, which I am going to discard Vizier. Because I think cards is not going to be the issue. I think it's going to be mana. So Cloud Midgard Mercenary here is probably going to find Hammer. Yeah, there we are, Colossus Hammer. So Vivi deals me a damage. Colossus Hammer goes where? Yeah, absolutely not. Don't need to give it to tap fish here, so this is what we held this up for. So probably make some mana here. Yeah. Make red and blue. Play the ward. Bounce a Vivi. Yes, he's going to be able to replay the Vivi, but Hammer's not on it, which is the important part here. So yeah, just find this Vivi resolving here. Cloud's gonna... Problem is, if they play Hammer, I'm almost likely dead. But we have got a little bit of time here. Okay. My turn. Cool. Draw a Thespian stage is very interesting. So is there any way that I can... So I can tap these two, I can play Lotus Field. I'll tap these two, play Lotus Field. I can tap this for mana, Hidden Strings, that's 3 mana. I'll then have 4 mana. 3 mana plus Master Sad. So I know I'm definitely tapping these for 2 blue. So that's fine. I can do that, and we can figure the rest out later. So I could tap this, have 3 mana, go down to 1 mana, and then have some amount of mana. There's a world where I hidden strings just to hold up these into the Floodmoors. So I might just do that. I didn't count this properly, did I? No, I didn't. I needed another hidden strings to be able to do that. Okay. That was a bit of a... I think I'd just go... Yeah, that punted there. Copy that land. Yeah, no, I needed another hidden strings there. So, tap out and pray they can't do 9 damage to me this turn. But this is always tough, these sort of matchups. You know, the fast, aggressive matchups. Doesn't look like I'm dying. Okay, very, very good, very good. Saram, yep, perfect. Real. So, we get to start. That is a fantastic draw. We will discard this. 6 mana. So I'm just going to do this again. See what I draw here. His talent is great. Discard. Pathway. Cool. So I have a 6/8 mana here. So artist talent costs me. Well, this costs 5. That's going to be 10 total, but I can get hidden strings back. So this costs 5. That costs 5. That costs 10. So that'd be exactly enough. So if I go Leah here, no, let's make some blue. Let's make some red. Why am I on auto pay? That should not happen. Auto tap, no. Okay, so I get to go. Oh. Use that. This is why I didn't want to be on auto pay. So I do get to play. I have to play this, but I do get to then play hidden strings and tap these two. Now I'll do auto pay. Discard Thespian stage. Find another hidden strings. Yeah, so we're off to the races here. I will cipher this time because it's on the flashback. So then I will tap this for 3 red. Level up here. I will just use all the red on this. Cool, so I will float 3 blue. Sleight of hand. Discard this. Just any gas we're keeping here. Consider. Discard this. Keep that. Play this and tap these two. So you do need to go a little bit quickly in this deck, so I can just start discarding this. Decline, because I want that to go to graveyard. Cool, so make 3 blue. Consider. Discard into the Floodmoor. That can go to the graveyard. Consider. Discard this, draw this. How are we doing on deck? Keep that on top. Cool. So then I want to go tap this for 3 red. Hidden strings, untap here, untap here. Yes, yes. No. Right, so now this has made things very easy. So I've just make sure it counts. So I have 9 mana. That costs 3. Yeah, okay, we're good. So I level this up. Just use all the red here. And then discard you. And then make 3 blue. Cycle this. So, yeah, like opponent can concede. Like, yeah, this is now lethal. Cool. Yeah, just keep as is. And that's sort of what the deck's trying to do. Like, there's multiple ways, I could get there. It's just whatever sort of comes up first. Like, I was probably setting up to do the double lightning strike there, just to win that game quicker. But the opportunity to use the Limbloom, we take that. And this is actually a really decent starting hand. Expedition map, a Thespian stage in hand. Yeah, it's just everything you want, really. Keep 7. Obviously, I'd like to have some more interaction, but ultimately, I can't throw away these sort of starting hands. There is a very real possibility that the opponent is able to go for a really early kill on me, but you have to sort of take that. Like, this is a really slow, like a relatively slow start for my opponent here. And again, I'm just threatening so much. So this will find the Lotus Field. Depending on what my opponent plays here, yeah, that's fine. I may try but this is just going to find a hammer. Very likely, yes. Corey Steelcutter, yeah. Oh, that works like that. Okay. May need to consider and try to find a something here. Okay. I'm going to be taking, and this is the problem now because I'm now going to be taking 12 damage, and I am now priced into finding into the Floodmoor, which I do not. So I'm dead. Sad. That was a really good hand. That was a really good opening hand. But sometimes this does just happen, and Hammer does hammer things. It goes Sagala's 8, Corey into Cloud Hammer, and that's tough. Like, that's really fast. Like, it was a slow start, but then it turned into a very fast finish. But yeah, so that does happen. But let's get on to the next match. Okay, so getting into the second match here, against an unknown deck. So still playing the Lotus Field. So let's see how this goes. This hand is very close to keepable. Very close. One more land and I'd probably keep it, but I don't think I can keep one land ever in this deck. Ooh, it's in a hand. It's a hand. It's a hand. It's a hand of magic cards. I'm gonna get rid of stock up because dig through time's just a little bit more. You say that. I say that. I think actually double blue is gonna be double blue is kind of easy to do. Let's just get stock up out. If in doubt, just chuck away stock up. And no idea. So I think I need to make as little decisions as possible in the early game, because I don't have a lot of stuff to do. Like, I'm maybe playing Artist Talent next turn, followed up with another Artist Talent, and nothing. Okay. So I could go find land here if I really wanted to. I'm just going to play this on red, and I'm going to play an Artist Talent. And if presented with the opportunity to get an Artist Talent out. Okay, well, that happens. Sometimes your opponent keeps one land and nothing happens. Good job we didn't. But anyway, so I have no information. I'm not going to speculate like I saw Seachrome Coast. It could be spirits, which can be a tough matchup. But maybe I want spell pierce, but I'm not gonna make decisions off of maybes and what falls and what have yous. So yeah, so good job our awkward hand, quote unquote, paid off there. But let's see how we're getting when we're going into game two. I mean, there's absolutely no action, but could I draw a better hand than that? Probably not. So that's exactly what I need. I can go expedition map. Oh, it's boggles. Ah, um, someone call an adult, because I am in danger. So I'm probably just gonna keep up double into the Floodmore. I can go find Limbloom if I want to. I have almost no way to get rid of a Glade Cover Scout. I don't think even Sideboard I have very many ways. So this is where I'm gonna want 9 lives in this matchup. Sheltered by Ghost to take the expedition map. That's absolutely fine by me. I could not care less. And we find a Spire Bluff Canal. Honestly, I'm going to keep the Spire Bluff Canal, which is probably a weird thing to say out loud. But it's better once I've done this side of the things. So I'm just going to hold up into the Floodmore here. If any like big haymaker enchantments come out, like that one. How much am I taking here? 4 is too much, so I am just gonna bounce it. Get rid of the Audit Glitters. I just want to take as little damage as possible in the early turns, and taking 2 less is obviously really great. So again, I want to be doing Thespians because I got Consider here. Probably want to be playing Thespian stage so I can immediately, because otherwise I'm just kind of 2 mana that I'm not going to do anything with. So if I just play Thespian stage here, I can set up to Lotus Field and copy all in the same turn. And again, if I'm not taking too much damage, I can fade it a little bit. And just remember, I don't have to immediately go Lotus Field. I can do, but if I need to hold up the mana, then I'm going to hold up the mana. All the glitz comes down again. Yep, that's absolutely fine. We are prepared to insert. Okay, no other actions, so that's absolutely fine. Just going to take 5 here, and I'm just going to end step Consider. Get rid of that expedition map. Find a Pore Over the Pages, which is great. Do I want to bounce anything? Not really. No. Do I want to tap out? So this is 5. I think the only way I win this game is if I tap out, personally. Like, I can have Into the Floodmore up, but otherwise this is just too awkward, I think. So resolve that, sack these 2. This becomes a copy of this. And I just pray, basically, that I'm not dead this turn. Lot of mana, a lot of cards in hand, but I have a feeling if you had like more damage, the read was there was a lot of lands in hand, which proved to be correct. So we start with Pore Over the Pages. This still shouldn't be auto tapping. Stubborn Denial. Well. If I bounce all the glitters, you no longer have a 4-power creature. Oh god, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, that was an awful misplay. That was an awful misplay. So why is that still on auto tap? I just don't have a choice. Always use to show phases. Or broadcast style. Why is that not doing anything? That's weird, isn't it? It's just stopping me. It's not letting me auto tap. That's weird, isn't it? And I forgot to put none lives in. Oh god. I'm having a terrible day. It's early for me. I'm doing this in the morning, and I'm playing like an absolute yahoo. So, it sounds okay. I've got a hidden strings. I've got an artist talent. I've got into the Bloodmore. I'm just gonna put this in tapped, and like I'm in no rush to cast my spells here. I don't play Judge of Cruise like Phoenix does, so there's no rush to sort of get on board, as it were. Sparbluff Canal, just in case I draw a second Sparbluff Canal. So get the artist talent down, which is great. So, again, I'm not under threat here, so I might honestly just go level up. I think if you get the opportunity to level up, you should. Like, there's no pressure. I think they maybe play the Flash one, the Cyber Cryptomancer. There it is. So, yes, there is a threat on board, but it's turn 3 before I'm even taking any damage at all. So, that could certainly be a lot worse here. I would like to have a Lotus Field or a way to draw into it, but there's all the glitters, which is not really pumping a lot here because there's no other enchantments. Do have to be wary of Shelter Buggers, and there's an Ethereal Armor. There's going to be a little bit of damage here. But, sometimes you're better lucky than good, I suppose. Oh my god. So can I... Yes, go off this turn? Question mark? So if I do blue, play Lotus Field, resolve, sack these two, land cycle Vizier, using the floating blue, land cycle, and then triple blue. This becomes a copy of this. Auto pay. Play hidden strings. Untapping the pair of these. Discarding Thespian stage. Yes. Play consider. And start trying to go off here, really, isn't it? Discard you. Don't need that, so get rid of that. This is a 0, so I'm just going to do this. Discard Lotus Field. Brilliant draw. I do want to go for this first. I'm just going to make 3 red here and use 2 of that, just in case I need a red floating. So I can discard into the Floodmore here, don't need it anymore. Draw 3 cards. Ooh. Draw a bit poopy. Tap this for blue. Could I find Limbloom here? I think I can. So if I do that, and then tap this for 3 blue. Discarding this. I didn't need to tap that actually, but it doesn't matter too much. We're still going to be doing it. So let's just get this a very slow kill going. Discard that. I will keep a sleight of hand here because it's good. Discard this into the Floodmore. I'd rather keep consider. And then play this, say this. I will discard this artist talent here. I don't really want another one. Take action. Decline. So I can level up here, so that's great. Call me Tony the Tiger, because it's great. Auto pay there. So then tap this for blue. And now these are all bolts. I will just get shot of this Valakut Awakening, because it's just going to be a bit awkward. I'll keep the 0 Tumbling Sands, because it's more mana. It's not more damage, but it's just more mana. There is a realistic opportunity, and there it goes. I was like, oh, there's a realistic opportunity here that I could, you know, I should get rid of one less consider on this Valakut. Always get rid of lands first. Yeah, but yeah, there goes the opportunity of probably losing here. Discard this island. Get another into the Floodmoor. Oh god. Okay, get a Vizier, get a Consider. Play this. Untap these two. Discard this into the Floodmoor with Ice Talon. I was like, what the hell's going on? Untap, untap. Decline. Just going to cycle this again because I just want to see what it is before. I'm just going to want to pay there. Don't need to worry too much. And there's Hidden Strings. I don't really want to be getting rid of this. No, this is lethal. This is just lethal. I mean, absolutely. If you insist. Make triple blue here. And yeah, where is it? Instincts. Untap you, untap you. I can't even see anymore. Cypher is. Let's just put it on the Black Mage. I'm pretty sure it's combat damage. Cypher deals combat damage, yeah, so I can't just skim ours. Where are you? Can't even find it. This is the only problem with this deck is that well, not this deck is more the issue of Arena. There we are. But yeah, so that's one of the things you can do. And yeah, so we got Lindbloom as a finisher. Didn't even need to go into the sideboard there, which is fantastic. But yeah, catch you in the next game. Okay, so we're here into game 3. Sounds okay. Thundering Falls and Consider can maybe find what we need into the Floodmoor just in case we need a little bit of interaction. We're going second, I believe. So, we're seeing a little bit of cards here, a few cards here. That's Sephiroth. Okay, so this looks like blue-white control, which is not great. I think I'm just willing to bin that early enough. Yeah, this is going to be a tough matchup. Really didn't want to be seeing something like this, because you're going to struggle to sort of cast spells or get through when you need to. You sort of need to build a hand that's what's the word? That's resilient, which I don't think this hand is right now. I'd really be looking for like an artist talent, or ideally a Lotus Field. That's going to be how we get the mana online. So I really want to be looking for something like a expedition map or something like that. Well, sometimes the Lord giveth, and the Lord just keep on giving. So I'm gonna play Thespian stage here. Again, like they could be playing Demolition Field, so I don't want to play Lotus Field, hang it out. Like, I just want to have it all in one turn, if that makes sense. So yeah, no Lotus. So there's no Demolition Field. Letting them probably Memory Deluge here isn't amazing, but it can't really be avoided, to be honest with you. Sack here. Come on, there we are. And then just immediately going to make that a Lotus Field. So there's a possibility for going off next turn. Because I could go make 6 mana, play Pore. They could go counter, yeah, so there's a Deluge. They could go counter spell or like tap down further than realistically allows it, and then I can go Hidden Strings on tap these two with the land for turn. What would I hate to see here? Yeah, that. Okay, go find Dovin's Vita. Yeah. Oh my fucking god. Okay. How does one beat that card exactly? It starts by me cycling with 0 Tumbling Sands. You know, we can be. Oh, I'm a moron. I'm an absolute moron. I'm a moron. Let's just gift tap fish, put that back, see if that stops them, or they'll veto it. If they veto it, then I need to remember what's in my sideboard. There's the veto, so that's fine. We know that was happening. So, do I have anything in my sideboard? I could go and get. I could just get Vivi down, but I don't think that's a great idea. I could. So if I do this, because I do need to play the land. So 3 red, tap this with colorless. Go get Lightning Strike. Oh, have we found the line? Get me that 3 blue there. Hidden Strings. Pore Over the Pages. Untap here, untap here. I mean, like, this is honestly, like, the best possible outcome. Do this again. Just make sure I'm making blue and blue each time. Like, actually, I think I'm going off. So now we'll make 3 blue, play Lear the Drowned, and just proceed to destroy my opponent here. Softly. Okay, so can I wish for Vivi is the question. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. If I wish, I only have 4 left. So let's just do some poring over the pages. And I do want to make some red mana as extra. I will 2, I 1 and 1, I 1 and 1. Untap. Discard into the Floodmore. Make 3 blue. Vizier. Just do the blue. So now I can wish for 3. But I can't. So I can wish. Just going to use all the mana on wish. So I could get Vivi here. But I do need to make some mana. So I can go Vivi doesn't pay for itself. Just it makes so if I just let's just pour again. I need the mana. Untap here, untap here. Submit that. Make red. I'm just gonna go get Vivi here. This might be a absolute punt here, but we're gonna find out. Dig through time. Make 3 blue. Exile, 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 exile. Just gonna get that out of the way. Found absolutely no mana. This is crazy. That is wild. Sleight of hand. I'm finding nothing. Okay, so this isn't gonna go great. Right, so let's just set up, make 2 blue, dig through time. This is unfortunate, really, isn't it? Yeah, that. I think just set up for next turn, I suppose. I'll play an expedition map in case I need to get Limbloom. Make Vivi relatively big. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. I need to discard 2 cards. So, get rid of both these Lotus Fields. Again, I'm set up for next turn, so it's not too bad. Like, I'm predicting blow up the board here. Move on with our day. But we'll see. The fact that Supreme Verdict hasn't immediately hit the board gives me hope. Oh, okay, no, hope gone. Hope extinguished. Okay. So I could play Artist Talent here, level up. So make 3 red. Artist Talent, make 3 blue. Level, make a colourless here so I can keep my coloured sources alive. And then I can do these. Discarding this. Drawing these. Play these. These and these. Discard nothing here for now. Action, take action. So much mana have I got? 6. Yeah, so that's fine. I can do this. Do this first because it's free real estate. Cool. Yeah, we're 100% going off this turn. So let's make red. Go get this. Cast this. I can just start discarding some of these more inefficient cards here. Inefficient, I should say, not inefficient. Play this, because I want to make 3 red here. Level this up. Play this, untap here, untap here. Discard sleight of hand. Untap, untap. Decline. Pore over the pages, just auto play. Discard this. Draw this. Untap here, untap here. Discard this. Yes. And now it's more or less just going through the motions. So make. I don't really. It's just going to be all blue. I'm going to need from here on out. So discard this. Draw a card. Tap here and tap here. Discard this. Stock up. Auto pay. Discard this. Draw a card. Gets a hidden strings. Gets a sleight of hand. Yes. Okay, sleight of hand. Yes. Discard this. Draw a card. Get to consider. Play an expedition map. And game. That'll do. I mean, winning game 1 is impressive, to say the least. Unfortunate that I sort of whiffed on that turn. But once you've sort of set yourself up to go off, then it's going to be tough. Keeping the fastest oracle on the board. Do I want negate? Honestly, I'd much rather this be Narset reversal here. But unfortunately, I don't have one on Arena. So, I want 2 Spell Pierce, definitely. It's just whether I want the gate. I can hold the gate up fairly easily. But what am I taking out? What's awkward? Into the Floodmoor is okay. I maybe don't need 4 of them. I'll maybe go to 2. I'll go to what? Well, I'll go down 1. Shaver considered. Shaver sleight of hand probably. I'm more into shaving sleight of hands than I am considers. It might just be stock up. No, I'm happy. I think I'm happy with that. I like to have instant spells. So, if we're really lucky, we can sneak this through again. Okay. I mean, I see Artist Talent, I see Lotus Field, I see a win con. I'd rather keep it and miss a couple land drops than throw it away for a mediocre hand. And we don't miss land drops anyway, so it's all good in my head. Tonight. Am I okay with this? Not really. I can do better than that. I don't need that land. If they're keeping up, they're not. So I'm just going to jam this through. Jam that through while I've got the chance. It might just jam Narset here, which like I'm okay with, probably. Destroy evil, that's fine. Again, forcing my opponent to do stuff is much more my speed. Honestly, I'm not even sure I want to play Lotus Field here. I might just go Otawara, end step, make a Limblum, make Mage Siege, because realistically I got nothing going on. I can't spend the mana, and my opponent is stocking up, which is a fantastic thing to see. It isn't like if I can go off next turn, it's great. If I can't, then it's going to be a bit awkward. But and just the old pass. So let's make a Mage Siege here. This is quite awkward for the opponent to play through. Okay. So I want to play Thundering Falls, I think. I'm I'm just in this weird sort of holding pattern at the moment where just let him know what I think of him, of course. But I'm in this weird holding pattern where I sort of don't want to play Lotus Field unless I can use the mana the same turn. And that was a great time to try and go off there, but unfortunately it's not the case. Okay, so that's fine. Just going to bounce that back. Like, if he wants to kill the wizard here, or if they want to kill the wizard here, then that's fine. Like, that's cool by me. It's done its job of tapping my opponent down. Can I afford to wait another turn? Not really. I do need to get this Lotus Field down sooner rather than later, so actually this is now the perfect time to do it. So tap 2 blue here, play Lotus Field, resolve, sack the 2 lands, and then use that 2 mana and my entire graveyard to dig through time. So I see a Vizier, and I see an expedition map. So I'm gonna cycle the Vizier here. Well, you live and you learn, don't you? Just gonna crack that now. To be honest, I might just get second Lotus Field. No, that's a terrible idea. What are you talking about? Go Thespian stage. So I am in the market, if that makes sense, to get this Limbum into the graveyard for Leah purposes. Like, my opponent's just going to be stocking up with 700. Oh, there we are. Probably don't unplug my mic. Not a great idea. But like, my opponent's probably setting up to have 1700 counter spells. So I just basically want to take this really nice and slow. Play 2 here. Just gonna, like I say, play around Field of Ruin. I'm probably just gonna go and find all my Thespian stages and just basically set up to a turn where I can have lots of mana. And lots of stuff to do with it. I do actually want to get Lotus Field here. Like I mentioned earlier, I want to get this Limbo into the graveyard. Oh yeah, I don't know why. To be honest, I'm not sure why this is still in. Like, that sensor is never ever like early doors maybe. Alright, there's an asset. And there's a test of talents. Okay. High noon. So basically setting up for the most deterministic they can make it. Can I get rid of Narset here? Should I? Have I already got rid of my I've already got rid of my Otawara, so that's not going to happen. The problem is with Narset and Hyneen, it's not going to work. So I maybe played this too slow. A little bit here. So again, I'm just going to make a copy of this land. This is where I'd love some instant speed stuff, but let my opponent untap with Narset, knowing they've got a test of talents in hand. It's not great. And there's a Dovin's Veto as well. Like, yeah. Realistically, I want to see Leah with some protection, but even that's like a tough sell at the moment. Yeah. Basically, I'm under like almost no pressure here still, so like let them discard the cards. Let them spend their mana. There goes that, yeah. Cool. So this I'm going to play this. Like I say, I've got lands. I can't go off here as a deluge. My opponent is just going to set up, which again is annoying. Like my opponent can probably play the Chrome Host Seed Shark here, and then I mean even outside of that, like they've still got 7 mana here. This Restless Anchorage could start becoming. Here we go. It's beginning. Okay, like 2 damage at a time is absolutely fine. Again, let them do. Okay, there goes Chrome Seed Shark. Cool. So I'm just gonna flare. So I have a ton of mana. I just have nothing to do with it. Cancel that. Cancel that. Don't do it again. That's it. So is there a world where we go end step? Yeah. Bounce high noon. Because I'm going to be cycling this Vizier this turn. My opponent wants to keep up Leto and Test of Talent. So I'm just going to cycle this now. It doesn't matter. Could bounce Narset. But my concern is they're going to test the talents, the flood more. And then I'm going to be up Shit's Creek. Let's see if I could force a misplay here. No misplay. Let's see again if I can force some sort of, and let's go level all the way up for that. Yeah. That was an awful choice. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. High noon. Like, yeah. That's fine. Like, I've spent my mana doing. I mean, the. This is where I'd love the that black spell, Fort Distortion. Just to be like, no, get rid of everything in the hand. Can't be countered. But we are where we are. I can just Valakut Awakening to draw 1 card. Again, this is fine. Submit 0, just draw a card. Like, there's too many layers of protection. Is the problem here. There's a wish, but what can I get with said wish? I could get. what's it called? Lightning Strike. Clear off Narset. But to what end? Because I know that there's a veto and a test of talents. So I think it's just keep playing my mana. I think I'm actually just going to concede here. Like, I could have kept trying to play that out, but it's just not. It's not going to happen. So like, I'm fine with how I sideboarded. I just it's just not happening. They've set up two sort of layers of protection. If it was just an Narset or just a High Noon, I could have maybe gone for it, but it happens. This hand's great. Expedition map. Play this. Pass. I do want to get Lotus Field, but I also do want another land. Well, that is another land, traditionally. So red and 1. Again, I just want them to use their counter spells. Get it out of the way now. There it is. That's absolutely fine by me. Setting up consider on end step. In case I need to clear out any. Well, that is an Narset. That is a rest in peace. I'll just blow that away. So never hidden strings, so I will make blue. Play this. Can I bounce Narset this turn? Not really, there's nothing I can really do to get rid of Narset here. Unfortunately, Narset will be sticking around, so we know they got rest in peace. They're probably going to play that next turn. I'm just going to Lotus Field copy and we'll move on. Dovin's veto. Yeah, fine. This is probably going to be land. Yeah. Yeah. Rip. Maybe we should have cut. Well, I didn't see rip game 1, so that's fine. Right. So I'm going to make 3 red here. Play expedition map. Play artist talent. I'm going to search for Otawara. On my opponent's turn, but this is probably dying. Yes, very likely so. But I can still expedition map, go find Otawara, clear out the Narset. Depends what my opponent does here. Just stocks up. But I can make mana before I do this, so that's fine. So go. Do I want to do this now? It's actually better to do this now in case I find like a card or a spell. So that's fine. Never punished. Go find Ottawara. That's at 9 minutes remaining. Okay, gotta speed up. Gotta go fast. So I've got to do this. 2 seconds. Make 6 blue. If it's a test of talents, then I hate my life. Normalize. Resolve. Oh well. Yeah, we'll auto pay. So then this is one of these. Cycle Vizier. Untap you. Draw that. I can consider once. Keep that. Tap this for this. Tap this for free blue. And red. Leave 101. Tap and tap. Discard this. I'm going off this turn. Tap this for 6 blue. Let's use all blue here. That looks like a whiff to me, Chief. Wow. What am I supposed to do with that? Play that. Play that. And, yeah, well, that was incredibly unfortunate. I've drawn, I don't know how many cards this turn, and not a single one was able for me to keep going. I knew he is. But this is a tough matchup anyway, so like I'm not beating myself up for losing this matchup because you know, it is a rough one. Let's just get Limblum. In case we are able to go off for whatever reason. I'll do it now, why not? Well, now this. Is this the rare? Yeah, that doesn't draw cards. This is the rare. Oh wait, I could just attack Nusset. Yeah. Oh, forgot about that. He's hoping they haven't got any removal spells. Boo. Boo this man. Okay. Let's play this island. Use this island. I got into the flood more, but like It's getting there now, isn't it? It's not likely. It needs to be like end step into the flood more. Find Wish. Stock up to Leah, which like it's a big swing. It's a really big swing to even get there. You know, so let's just see what I draw. Okay, so float that. I'm just gonna resolve that. I've only got 4 minutes. There's a real chance I time out. Let's just do this. Oh, there they are. There they all are. Where were they earlier? This is going to be really crazy, but Fountain Port. Make a copy of Fountain Port to start drawing some cards in my opponent's end step. It's weak. This is weak. This is like proper weak sauce. Yeah, like I couldn't care less about that. That's not the problem. Yeah, like it's just yeah. Like there's 2 layers of protection here. It's very unlikely anything to happen, but like, do I do this? No, I don't think I can, because that's why. Look, they've presented the clock. I'm going to concede. Tough matchup. You know, this this is the problem with this deck, is that it's yeah. I mean, I had fun. You know, it's tough versus control. It's tough versus aggro. Like, there's only a handful of decks it's like really good against. But yeah. So let's catch you in the wrap up. So we're back here in the wrap up. We have played 3 games with this deck, and yeah, I mean, it wasn't a great record. It was 1 and 2. You know, I wouldn't sit here and say I played perfectly. There was a couple of games, maybe a couple of the games I played a little bit loose, but you know, this deck's fun. This deck seems it seems good when it's going off. It's just, yeah, like I sort of said at the end of the last game, it can struggle a little bit with aggro. You know, it's fun. If you want to try it out, it's a great deck to play. I know some people are more fans of the green version with the Emergent Ultimatum, but I've never really liked those versions. You just have a lot of like weird and wonderful cards that you can draw into you don't really want to draw into. So like this is more of a clean, like, classic Storm Twiddle Storm list, if you're interested in that. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see more Arena content in the future, please do let us know. Drop a like, subscribe, and drop a comment. What's your favourite deck to play in Pioneer? Outside of that, I'll catch you guys next time.